Okay. So anyway, I sort of agreed with it, even though I wasn't sure if I could trust her again. Basically, I finally, because at one point during that time she actually threatened me. And so, anyways, yeah, she was so childish. Like one time when I was a library aide, and because I was the only one available to check her out, she went and hid among the bookshelves. And it only came out when the other person on duty said, "Hey, let's just check these books out and then make it where she gets overdue fines." At first I laughed and I said, "Nah, we'd get in trouble." And I said something, I don't remember what I said, and that's when she came out from her hiding place, yelling. But anyways, just thought that'd be good for a little bit of a laugh. So anyways, where was I? Oh yes, but more people started being nice to me, but you know, shortly after she turned against me for a while, I actually thought about trying to make friends on the internet. And I was thinking to myself, I know I can't give them my address or my phone number, but at least it'd give me somebody to talk to. I was like, at one point I was like, you know what, so what if we do meet up personally and they try to kill me? Shoot, I'll even pay them to do it. But see, there was something that stopped me besides my friends and my family. There were people I wanted to see again. A couple weeks before she had pulled that stunt on me, there were girls from the 9th grade girls basketball team that asked me to be their water girl, and they made me feel welcome, and I felt like I belonged there. And when they were clapping for me in their locker room, I just wished that moment would never end, because it was the first time people actually wanted me around, a whole bunch of people. So I thought of them and was like, no, it's not worth it. I want to see them again. And so I kept on. And there were a few times in junior high, I'll admit, that I even thought about going on a school shooting rampage. But besides the fact that I was afraid of going to hell, as mentioned in my testimony of salvation, there was also the fact that I was afraid that although I was going to make sure that my friend Kayla and my sister and a few others escaped, it got to where there were so many people being kind to me that I knew that it might backfire and I might shoot somebody I didn't want to shoot. And then I thought about what would my parents think? What if I accidentally shoot one of my friend's friends or one of my sister's friends? Would they ever forgive me? And is this really worth going to prison over, or possibly being on death row? And it was enough to stop me in my tracks. Just like the one thing that stopped me in my tracks, besides Mrs. Shaver and my family, was picturing Kayla cry. I never liked seeing her cry. So anytime in fact, there was one time I had a knife to my chest and was literally ready to try to take my life. But then I pictured Kayla crying her eyes out, and I threw the knife back in the drawer and decided I just couldn't do it because of Kayla. So, anyways, I got voted as the most spirited 8th grade girl, and got some new friends near the end of the year. And we did grow apart a little bit in high school, but so what? It's just life. I don't hold it against them. They don't hold it against me. So anyways, I was actually happy when 8th grade graduation came, and I also got Most Spirited Girl plaque that year too, but I was sort of happy when that came, because although I knew I missed some of my former teachers, I knew I was basically going in with the same people, but I actually had people that I was going to get to see again, that I was actually looking forward to see. And I felt like I had nothing to be afraid of when I went to high school, because I had some older students ahead of me that were already going to be there. So it was great. So what else was I going to bring up? Crap. Oh yeah, and I do want to bring up 2 more things that happened in middle school, because I think they're good lessons. One was when I tried to get in Renaissance science and social studies, but I was doing it for the wrong reasons. I was doing it because I was trying to prove myself, to prove that I wasn't the R word, as so many called me, to prove that I wasn't stupid. Because people pretty much made it clear in subtle and not so subtle ways that they figured I'd probably be no better off than being some homeless woman on the streets begging for money or going on unemployment. So anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, and so I was trying to prove myself, and I didn't get in, and then I realized I'd tried to do it for the wrong reasons, and ended up glad I didn't get in, because let me tell you, it was a lot of work. They were working even during the summer. And then there was one time when people would always spread rumors that I cheated to get A's, or that I received special exceptions and special favor because I'm autistic and in CNC. But the fact is, I got A's and B's because I worked for it. And so, one time I accidentally thought that the teacher had said we could look at our test notes, look at our notes for a test. So I had them out. But then I see everybody else has their notes put away, like, go look at these one last time, put these away, and go ask the teacher if I understood her correctly. I didn't understand her correctly. So I told her, please give me another test. I don't want to get any answers right because I was looking at the notes. And at first she tried to insist that I could go ahead, but I insisted she give me a new test. And so I got a new test, but even after that, people still spread rumors that I deliberately cheated, and that's how I got good grades. Go figure, huh?